This is the story of a pharaoh whose revolutionary ideas changed everything. How did one man dare to upend 1,000 years of tradition and rewrite the rules of an entire civilization? Welcome to an episode from our series Fascinating Egyptian History, where we dive deep into the life of Akhenaten, the pharaoh who dared to defy the established norms of ancient Egypt. Picture this: ancient Egypt, a land of colossal pyramids and powerful pharaohs whose rule seemed as eternal as the Nile's flow. For over a millennium, the Egyptian people worshipped a pantheon of deities with grand temples dedicated to gods like Amun, Ra, and Osiris, who were as much a part of daily life as the sun rising in the east. Then, out of nowhere emerged a leader like no other, a man whose vision would turn Egypt's religious landscape on its head: Akhenaten. Born Amenhotep IV, the future Akhenaten was a child of privilege, the son of Pharaoh Amenhotep III and Queen Tiye. From a young age, he was exposed to the grandeur of the Egyptian court, the complex politics of the state, and the powerful influence of the priesthood. Yet, unlike his predecessors, Amenhotep IV felt a deep, almost divine calling. He saw himself not just as a king, but as a direct intermediary to a singular divine force. This epic-making change began when Amenhotep IV ascended the throne. Far from his father's beliefs, he took a step that no other pharaoh had dared. He proclaimed Aten, the sun disk, as the sole god, shunning the traditional pantheon of Egyptian gods. This was a bold and revolutionary move that redefined Egypt's spiritual and social landscape. However, this was just the beginning of Akhenaten's changes. The pharaoh took the radical step of moving the Egyptian capital. He abandoned the grand city of Thebes with its majestic temples and erected a new city in the desert called Akhenaten, known today as Amarna. Imagine the challenge of building an entire city from scratch in the desert. The workmen toiled under the harsh sun, and despite the odds, Akhenaten rose swiftly, a testament to Akhenaten's unyielding will. Akhenaten was unique, with open-air temples reflecting the pharaoh's new religion centered around the sun god, Aten. Under his reign, art shifted dramatically from the idealized, static representations of human forms to more naturalistic and fluid portrayals. Statues and images of Akhenaten and his family deviated from traditional forms, showcasing elongated heads and limbs, which were revolutionary in their time. But these radical changes did not come without pushback. The displacement of the priesthood, particularly the priests of Amun, created powerful enemies for Akhenaten. He confiscated their wealth, diminishing their influence. The pharaoh's controversial policies set him on a direct collision course with the powerful religious establishment. As the tension grew, Akhenaten faced the conflict of maintaining his newfound religious utopia amidst growing unrest. Cities outside Akhenaten continued to support the old gods, and the people yearned for the familiarity of their past traditions. Despite his seismic changes and the cultural flourishing of his period, Akhenaten's reign was rife with challenges. His focus on religious reform overshadowed other aspects of governance, leading to possible neglect in public policies and foreign diplomacy. His decisions were viewed as neglectful, which over time eroded the empire's stability. The emotional arc of his life reaches a crescendo when, after 17 years of rule, Akhenaten's revolutionary era came to an abrupt end with his death. The city he built so meticulously was abandoned, his religious reforms were overturned, and his name was struck from history for centuries. This story serves as a powerful reminder of the collision between visionary innovation and entrenched tradition. Akhenaten's legacy is a cautionary tale of how powerful vision and radical ideas can challenge an ancient civilization, but also trigger their reversal when met with powerful resistance. So, what is the takeaway from Akhenaten's incredible story? It's the understanding that change, no matter how inspiring, must reckon with the inertia of tradition and the resilience of established beliefs. Akhenaten's reign was a bold experiment in faith, art, and governance. His life story leaves us with an enduring question: how do we balance visionary change with the established norms of society? Perhaps the resolution lies in the adaptation rather than eradication. As you ponder this, remember that the sands of Egypt hold countless untold mysteries, waiting for the inquisitive to unearth and understand. Join us next time as we continue to unravel the rich tapestry of Egypt's fascinating history. Until then, keep your curiosity alive and your mind open.